all of my single moms, I just need to know, are you guys okay?
I absolutely love my kids to death. But if I could talk to the younger me, I would tell me to wait.
Can we just take a moment to understand that when a woman, I am not gonna do this right now. When a woman is going through postpartum,
Dating in your 30s is so weird because it's always, what do you do for fun? I don't know. I really don't. I work, I take care of my kids, I go home.
At what point does it stop being terrifying?
I would tell me to wait to have kids until I know that I either am financially stable or I'm having a team behind me that can help me, because everybody needs a community.
that it's almost worse than going through pregnancy, emotionally, hormonally. Can we take a minute to understand that?
I mean, I don't know. What is fun? Fun to me probably sounds like sitting in peace and quiet, relaxing for a few minutes.
But you have someone else's entire livelihood in your hands.
That won't even be like, hey, what's your work schedule? Let me help you, because I know you done help me, because I can go to work whenever I feel like it, and I can make as much money as I feel like it, and I can do the bare minimum for my child.
So please excuse me if my emotions are high one day and low the next. Please excuse me if I may say or do some things that are out of character.
Are you guys keeping it together?
It hurts me to the core. It hurts me.
Please excuse me if I may have an ex that really didn't do me too good.
I don't really have a life.
Whether it's purposefully or inadvertently or accidentally or however you want to put it, involving yourself into the life of a single mom is probably one of the worst decisions you can make as a single man, especially if you are trying to build your wealth, build your assets. It is the most dangerous decision you could make, being involved with a single mom.
Dating in your 30s is so weird. Dating is, what do you do for fun? I don't know. I really don't. I work, I take care of my kids, I go home. I mean, I don't know. What is fun? Fun to me probably sounds like sitting in peace and quiet, relaxing for a few minutes, not hearing mama for about 10 minutes. I don't know. I mean, I don't really have a life outside of being a mom right now. I don't know what fun is.
You don't know what it's like. You don't know what it's like out there. You may think you do, but you don't.
And this is all too common with social media and with single moms, because now, if it's a single mom, which you got to think back, even if we go back 30 years, single moms really weren't a thing. They have grown 100 times, 1,000 times than what they were 30, 40 years ago. But even now, these single moms, because they spend all the time with their kids, they are constantly, either having to find sitters when they're trying to work, or they're trying, their entire life revolves around their kids because they are the only person doing it, evidently. A lot of times these women will fall back on social media. They'll fall back on their phones, and they will not really have any hobbies. They won't do anything. And so when they get asked this question, hey, what do you do for fun? They can't say something like, oh, well, I'm just on TikTok all the time. Oh, well, I'm just on Facebook all the time. That sounds pathetic. So they have to go online and say, I don't have any hobbies. I concentrate on my kids all the time. Yeah, we get it. You're very boring. These women need to get hobbies. They need to do something, anything, crossword puzzles, anything really. It's just women that can't keep themselves busy with something, that have no sense of personality and really no sense of creativity. They are usually insufferable to be around. They are the ones that ask you the annoying questions. If I was a worm, would you still take me to Wendy's or whatever the question is? And the answer is always yes. Obviously, you gotta. I mean, she's gonna be asking these ridiculous questions. You got to give a ridiculous answer. But no, they are insufferable to be around. I would say steer clear of single moms because a lot of them, like she said, they center their entire personality and their entire life around their kids, and that is not something any man wants to be any part of. I can tell you that.
Let me just take a moment to understand that when a woman, I am not gonna do this right now. When a woman is going through postpartum, that it's almost worse than going through pregnancy, emotionally, hormonally. Can we take a minute to understand that? So please excuse me if my emotions are high one day and low the next. Please excuse me if I may say or do some things that are out of character. You know what I mean? Please excuse me if I may have an ex that really didn't do me too good, but because I just had his baby 2 months ago, maybe I'm a little bit upset that he's not around anymore. I'm allowed to feel those emotions, but can we please understand what a woman goes through postpartum? It's not fucking easy. Am I the only one?
Ooh, yeah. I'm gonna have to go ahead and sort of disagree with you there.
A lot of women will blame postpartum feelings with what she's feeling, but right now what happened is he decided to get with a guy that wasn't a good guy. She knew he wasn't a good guy. She decided to lay with him anyways. She got pregnant. She had the kid, and he dipped because he was always going to dip. She knew that. He was trying to, get the guy that every woman wants, the guy that really doesn't care about any woman that he lays with because he's going to keep doing the same thing over and over again. In this situation, he probably gave her the money to get this taken care of, and she went and spent the money on her lashes, accept the money to get this taken care of, and then they will end up keeping the seed and raising it and then getting child support. So it's like they're double dipping. It's sad. There's a lot of women that go through this, and it's just money to them. It's just money. It's just money. And I feel sorry for the kids getting wrapped up in all this because it's honestly a sign of something going on mentally, and I'm not a doctor or anything. I'm not going to make assumptions on how these women feel, but they are definitely there's a lot of mental stuff going on. And if you are a man trying to involve yourself with someone like this, you have to understand that this isn't something that goes away. This is going to be with them for the rest of their life. Okay. Every time they look at the child, they will get reminded, the memories will flash back, and also they will always be attached to this man, that they will always try to go back to the baby daddy and try to get validation from him in some kind of way. Sometimes it's more like romantic, sometimes it's just more he was my friend before, but now we're friends again, but he's always been a good man. It just never worked out. They will always try to rationalize being around him in any other type of way. And you'll see videos where these women will hold the kid back and say, oh, you can only see the child at my house and I have to be there with you and you have to come in and we have to, so she can get the man alone and kind of do what these women do, which is weaponize the children against it. It's just a bad situation what these women do to these baby daddies. And again, that is just another long list of reasons why you shouldn't be involved, because there's always going to be drama. There's always trauma attached to this. These women are always going back to these men for random validation, and it's just a very sick cycle that you're going to get wrapped up into. So steer clear. And I don't care what any of these women say. Postpartum, this stuff, it goes away. No, women that act like this are always going to act like this. Women are very emotional. And then when you throw kids on top of that and you throw being a single mom on top of that, it's just you're looking at a whole bunch of just bad stuff that if you invite this into your life will become complete chaos. And that has been proven over and over again on social media. These men have gotten involved with these women and their lives have completely fell apart.
The part of parenting or single parenting that nobody talks about is being offered jobs and you can't even accept the jobs because you don't know how you gonna get your kids to and from daycare, or who gonna watch them on the weekends if you need to work, or anything in that nature. I absolutely love my kids to death, but if I could talk to the younger me, I would tell me to wait. I would tell me to wait to have kids until I know that I either am financially stable or I'm having a team behind me that can help me, because everybody needs a community. And when you are alone doing this, it's the worst. It's the worst feeling in the world. I absolutely love my kids to death. I'll do anything for them. But when you are trying to give them the best and you have multiple baby daddies that won't even be like, hey, what's your work schedule? Let me help you because I know you done help me, because I can go to work whenever I feel like it and I can make as much money as I feel like it and I can do the bare minimum for my child. It's sickening. It's sickening. And I'm not dealing with one, not two, but three men that fail to realize that they mama needs to work too. And it hurts me to the core because I try to do as much as I can or work around these men's schedules, far as pick up and drop offs, and I always get the shit end of every stick.
Probably the millionth reason why a lot of times these women keep making these bad decisions. Don't ask me why she has 3 baby daddies. I have no idea. She hasn't married any of these men. She decided not to vet any of these men before inviting them into her bed, and now she is having to deal with these men. Now, I would not wish any harm to this woman at all. Okay, I wish her the very best in life. However, advice for men out there is just steer far, far away from anything like this. She will likely be, I would say, single for the rest of her life because of her decisions. If she does get involved with a man, it will be probably one of the same types of men she's been getting involved with, and she might end up, becoming pregnant again. So it's just another vicious cycle that these individuals get wrapped up in, and it's not like a meme. These women have multiple men getting them pregnant, multiple babies. When you say, oh, you have 3 kids, how many baby daddies do you have? And they say 3, nobody's shocked anymore. Like, nobody's surprised. It's a common occurrence.
I try not to be the baby mama that's calling, complaining, or even asking for too much or nothing. So when I can't even take a job that they know that will better their kids' life because their kids are primarily with me, it hurts me. It hurts me because I don't ask. I don't bother. I don't tell if the kids need diapers or if they needed shoes or if they needed socks or anything. I'm not that type of mother. Even if I didn't have food, I would go to a food pantry before I called them and asked them, hey, can you help me with food? Because food stamps don't always feed the kids. It hurts me to the core. It hurts me. But I'm finna start standing on business. I'm gonna have to, and I don't give a because this is ridiculous. It's becoming ridiculous.
And you know what? The only person we have to blame in this situation is the person making the video here. You can blame the men all you want. These men shown what type of men they were well before she decided to invite them into her bedroom. Obviously you can blame the men as well. It takes 2 to tango, of course, but it's happened 3 times and we know what the common denominator is. Okay. So there's no doubt in my mind that she's definitely having a hard time with this. She's having a hard time accepting the fact that life isn't going to get any better for her because of her decisions. However, that's really not my issue. That's not my problem. My only concern is, hopefully no young men see women like this. They see women with multiple kids from multiple men and decide, oh yeah, I can make a wife out of this one. It's not going to work for you. It's not going to end the way you want it to end. There's no happy ending. The Brady Bunch isn't going to happen. These women aren't widows. These women aren't wives that have lost their husbands in some sort of accident or anything. These are women that are laying with random men they meet on the street. They're meeting these men in random places, even online. They're inviting strangers into their home. They're meeting online for the first night, and they just invite them in, and then they have a kid. These are the types of women that are single moms with 3 kids from 3 different dudes. It's not a meme anymore. It's reality, and it's happened. It's been happening, and it's going to keep happening. There's no repercussions for these actions. These women get paid to do this. You know, they have a kid from a guy and they get paid. Yeah, I mean, obviously these men are going to do the bare minimum. They weren't quality men, and they're going to pay through the courts. But I mean, look, the courts are getting paid. The women are getting paid. The only people losing in this are the kids. The kids are the only losers in this situation, and I feel sorry for them. I feel sorry for them. I feel sorry for anyone in a situation like this. I just wish it would stop. I wish it would end. But I think that this is only the beginning of something that's going to get a lot worse before it gets a lot better. But let me know what you guys think. That is going to be the end of today's video. Like, comment, subscribe, and I'll catch you guys later. Rat Boy out.